It's live. Okay, I think we're live. We're live. Cool. Hello. Is it starting? Is it starting? It's starting. All right. Hello. Welcome
Yes, yes, yes.
to IPLCast 73. Coming to you from the bleak midwinter of Australia. Now, today was a good day, actually. Welcome to Sydney. Um, So as usual, we've got your two Sydney hosts, Shino and Megan, and our UK host, who is thankfully okay, Katie.
Hello.
It's not been a good week for London.
Tell me
No.
about it.
Okay. We've got a lot to go through. Like, we've got a lot to go through.
Yes, 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 yes.
So much to go through because E3. So let's just cut the chatter. It's been a nice E3. Hello, here's the Ditto Chew Pokeball. Let's move on. Shall we get started?
Yes.
All right.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. In an unexpected and yet unsurprising move, the next series of core title Pokemon games has been officially announced to be Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, officially stated as alternate universe timeline to Sun and Moon. This sequel series is strongly reminiscent of Black and White 2, right down to the fact that Solgaleo and Lunala will fuse with Necrozma to make a half-hybrid called White Kyurem and Black Kyurem. So far, all Nintendo has shown are the game logos and the fused Solgaleo and Lunala, but more information is expected to come later this year. The game is officially announced as a 3DS exclusive.
So there's a lot of speculation. It's not even Black to White 2. It plays more like Platinum, where it's essentially the same story but with expanded stuff.
Sounds
I'm
like
just
Black and White 2
curious.
to me.
But it's not like it's Black and White 2 in the sense that they've got a fusion monster, but not in the sense
Yeah.
that not in the
It's
storyline
black
sense.
and white. Well, no, in the storyline sense, this is an alternate universe kind of thing. So it's Ruby and Sapphire in storyline. It's Black and White 2 in the sense that there's two games.
Yeah.
They have a fusion with Necrozma, and also it has a stupid name.
The best speculation about this is apparently this is like it's a third version split across two versions with like monsters on each. So basically the bestest of the worstest of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's disappointing that they would follow in the footsteps of Black and White 2, considering that one wasn't exactly the most popular series.
Even so, I think it's quite interesting, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, but they're hopefully gonna bring more prominence to Necrozma, because Necrozma felt like an afterthought in Sun and Moon.
It did, but then so did Zygarde, and they never really did anything with Zygarde.
That's true, but oh well, yeah. The thing is, though, is that like Zygarde has significantly more prominence outside the games than inside the games, which is a shame.
That's true.
But at least they got to actually tell that story. Black and White Kyurem functioned the same way too. Like there was a lot of significant story-related stuff. Rayquaza gets mentioned in Emerald and also in Delta episode.
Yeah.
So like there's story prominence attached to these, whereas Necrozma was like, oh yeah, well, Necrozma.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, the more story with Necrozma is all good, but if they introduce yet another AU in this, I'm gonna be sick to the stomach.
We're already dealing with the new Ruby and Sapphire games having a alternate timeline that's matched with X and Y. Apparently that's an alternate timeline. So at this point, it's either going to be that this alternate timeline is the same as the original Red and Blue series and so on, or it's going to be a new alternate timeline, in which case we have three. This is very quickly becoming Legend of Zelda.
I would prefer to think that it's gonna be more like Platinum or Emerald, where it's essentially the same story, just super expanded. It's like the definitive edition, when the definitive
only
edition should have been the game they
thing-
launched with for Gen 7.
The only thing that kind of concerns me a bit is in Ultra Sun and Moon, who's the champion gonna be?
Well, it's an alternate timeline, so really it could be anyone. Or it could be the same person.
It could be the same person. It could be the entirely same story. With...
It could be like
It's
it
just
could be
for
like
me.
Star
It could
Trek
be
Mirror
us.
Universe. It could be like Star Trek Mirror Universe, where like everyone has a beard.
I mean, technically, it could be our other trainer from Sun and Moon. That's how I feel like.
That'd be interesting, actually, if it reads your save data and uses the same trainer design that you last finished the Pokemon League with.
Yeah.
Make it to
That
make
would be
them the
nuts.
champion.
That would be absolutely nuts.
I would like that if that was the case, to be honest. It would be very, very interesting.
By the way, have any of you gone back to Pokemon League to defend your title?
I have a couple of times, and
have.
one of the challenges was this kid that you fight at like the start of the game.
Yeah,
That was cool.
that was cool.
I had to. The latest one I did was battling Professor Kukui's old friend, the steel type person. Was it in that? Yeah, I think that was him. The guy with the glasses.
Steven.
Yeah. I fought him.
Okay, interesting. I'm still trying to complete my Pokédex before Ultra Sun and Moon comes out. I am doggedly going to try to pursue this now until we fly to Japan, because I don't think I'm going to have time to play it so much as I'm going to have to just handle the amount of street pass I have to do. Is that a proper segue onto the next one? Yeah, that's a proper segue onto the actual big one.
Pokemon Switch. Pokemon Company President Tsunekazu Ishihara has announced at this year's E3 that a core title Pokemon game is being developed for the Switch. It is expected to be revealed in a year or so. As the Switch does not have the 3DS's Street Pass functionality, it does make you wonder how Nintendo will be supporting trainer connectivity on the Switch.
They still have 12-digit friend codes. Don't forget they have 12-digit friend codes.
They do.
Also,
But
you know what this
you have
means?
to admit that is a weeny bit of a step backwards.
It's a weeny bit of a step back.
Well-
It's kind of stupid. Also, no. Remember how Mitomo allowed you to add, that was a lampshade moment right there. Remember how Mitomo allowed you to, add friends using one of 4 buttons when you're nearby? Yeah. So basically you can add multiple people at once by all of you grouping together and saying, okay, blue circle.
I wouldn't be surprised if they added that in.
No, that functionality is actually already in the Switch.
I know. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they add that in the game.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like, they're adding a lot of the mobile functionality into this, the Mitomo functionality into the Switch.
The question is for this, I would think, is what type of Pokemon core game for the Switch would it be?
It's a main series RPG. When they say core,
Yeah.
when they say core RPG, when they say it's a core title, that they're referring to the main line of games. There is no flittering about the language for that one, right? They always refer to Mystery Dungeon as a side RPG, and that is the only other RPG type system that they play through. You're not mincing about with words when you say core title, especially because you know what this means. Second Switch.
Yeah, we can't share.
It's gonna have to happen. So that's next year. Once they announce what it is, we're probably gonna spend a couple of weeks gushing about it, and then the third week basically screaming bloody murder at the name. Because seriously, they're 7 generations in. What are they going to call it other than like they've gotten to Sun and Moon? They've exhausted the colors.
There are plenty of gems to go through, though. If they want to keep going the gem line, there are plenty.
Why would they go to the gem line again? They kind of exhausted that with the 3rd and 4th generations.
They didn't exhaust it, they just moved on.
No.
There's going to be... What the concern is what they're going to do with the next set of legendaries. Because not only do they tend to determine what the game name is, but they kind of topped themselves at Arceus,
Mm-hmm.
and then they've just sort of dabbled with concepts since then. So the yin and yang concept of black and white, you've got life and death with X and Y, you've got the sun and the moon.
Hey, from me. Sorry.
So really, it's just down to what other duality can they think up.
Cool. Yeah, I guess. I'm we're too far ahead from we're too far ahead of time from explaining, like, from even speculating on what it is. Like, the possibilities are endless at this point. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that, like, it's not going to be announced for another 18 months. That's our cycle.
Yeah.
So it's the game comes out every 18 months or so, doesn't it? Something like that.
Right about.
Every year now? It's every year now.
Yeah.
So
Right
if
about.
we're not expecting it to come in another year and a half, we're expecting it to come around October, November 2018. So, all right, that's fair enough. 2018, fine. They're going to announce. I reckon they're going to announce the. They're going to announce the name, the like, not necessarily the names of the next game, but they're going to. Korokoro is going to leak at some point after September.
Quite possibly. It could also be that they'll stay pretty mum until like a month or two before the release, in which case they'll suddenly tell us again that it exists and then just info dump on us
Can't
for
be
the
a
next
month or
month.
two before the release. The hype cycle is usually 6 months. So, like with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon,
Nintendo has surprised us before.
not with their release, not with their main series Pokemon releases though. They're super predictable with their main series Pokemon releases, just not with what information they drop. When Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was announced, now we're about 5 or 6 months away from release.
That's true.
So I am expecting them to be at least 6 months away, because when they did Black and White, and that was a big step, they did that a year ahead of launch. Right? It was way ahead. It was way ahead of launch. It's always going to be a global launch now because of how international Pokemon is. But I reckon it's going to happen anywhere from about 9 months to 6 months. So we might get a tease of it after September, but we won't know. We might even get an early December, like we might even get an early Christmas gift and find out what the titles are and have absolutely no other information about it. But knowing how the Pokemon Company institutes hype cycles, they will usually release a product, let you play with it for 1 to 2 weeks, and then hype something else related to the series.
Yeah.
It might not be. It might not be might not be Gen 8 after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but you never know. All right, so
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
not much. I just rambled on about how Pokemon's hype cycle is fairly predictable.
Yeah, I was going to say before the interruption of my Labradors and my mum coming in from work. Anyway, we already had the generations on, like, the actual, like, Game Boy and stuff like that through, what is it? Colors, metals, gems.
Letters, objects in the sky.
Letters and planets,
Yeah.
basically.
Well,
So who knows?
I don't know where else they
And nature as well. Don't forget fire red and leaf green.
Yeah. I mean, like, the possibilities for what they're gonna name it are endless. I really don't want to speculate on it because it's way too soon to speculate on anything. They've just told us that they're working on it, and that's like, what? You never tell us you're working on anything. You usually tell us when you've got footage.
I suspect they've done this because there might have been a bit of a wave of disappointment when everyone realized that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was a 3DS exclusive, when at this point
like,
everyone was expecting something for the Switch.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's for the 3DS. And they're like, oh, by the way, we're making something for the Switch. And then suddenly Switch pre-orders got... This is a system seller. let's not forget that the game is like Pokemon Core series games are system sellers. They will push up the sales of a given console before release. People buy 3DSs before they get the new game. I bought a new 3DS to celebrate Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And also because it was a new 3DS. But it's a, it'll push systems. And Nintendo wants this. Nintendo really wants this. They're really running on the momentum of their games right now. Like, ARMS came out, and the fighting community is like, I don't know what to do with this, but this is really cool. Right? They want to push units. You're going to get another major push when Splatoon 2 comes out. You're going to get another major push when Super Mario Odyssey comes out. What are the other big, like when Metroid 4 comes out?
Yeah.
Megan?
Yeah.
For me, Sonic Forces.
Oh yeah, Sonic Forces too. But like it's we're talking about like we're talking about Nintendo's strategy of timing their first party releases. Sonic Forces is looking to be big. I'm waiting for Sonic Mania to come out as well because Sonic Mania looks really good. I'm waiting for.
They do have a set date for Sonic Mania for pre-orders.
Yeah.
So.
I'm also
But Sonic Forces not yet.
Well, Fire Emblem Warriors as well is a game I want to get on the Switch.
Yeah.
What else is coming out on Switch? They had announced a lot of things. Well, I mean, Skyrim's coming out, but I have it on like 5 or 6 different console versions now. So
It's also like 8 years old now.
yeah, so maybe giving Skyrim a pass. Sorry, Bethesda.
Like the Switch version of Skyrim will apparently allow you to have a character that looks like Breath of the Wild Link. But to be honest, I've got Skyrim on PC. I can already do that.
No, it doesn't look like Breath of the Wild Link. It's just regular guy wearing Breath of the Wild style armor.
Yeah, no, it looks like Breath of the Wild Link in quotation marks, Skyrim graphics kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really looking now that I've pretty much just been placated by Tsunekazu Ishihara saying we're going to have a core game on the Switch. I'm like, well, get it a Switch. Gonna happen next year.
I've already pre-ordered a bundle pack for Splatoon 2 and the Switch.
Oh, did you get the Splatoon 2 Switch? Have you seen it?
I'm getting the bundle of the game with it.
Is it the bundle box? Okay, alright.
Yeah, it's the bundle box for the Switch and Splatoon 2. And I've already pre-ordered another game with that as well, which is later on in this podcast thing.
Is it? Okay, it's later on the podcast. Yeah. Right, okay. Sorry, just had to scroll down a page. Right, let's move on to the next headline.
Virtual Gold and Silver. Gold and Silver version have been announced for release on the Nintendo 3DS on at September 22nd, following the footsteps of Red, Blue, and Yellow. They'll be compatible with Pokemon Bank and will allow trading between each other and the Virtual Console Red, Blue, and Yellow games.
Alright, so let's not even. We know what Gold and Silver is about. It's just there. This is a total get. This is an absolute buy.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend these versions enough to anyone.
I'm getting both of them. I am getting both of
them.
I'm gonna get Silver.
Including my
I'm surprised they didn't announce Crystal though.
Yeah, I'm disappointed at that. I always liked Crystal the most.
Yeah, because that was the actual first game that you were allowed to choose a gender.
That's true. They should allow
Yeah,
it.
they should have put
They should
Crystal
allow
in
it so I
there.
can gift my godchild it, so that I could gift my godchild it so her dad can play it.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to turn up to our next games night, and I'm going to trade Pokemon with my godchild's dad, because that is essentially how it's gone down now.
Yeah.
Right. So, you're getting silver. I'm getting gold. Katie, are you getting both? So
Yes.
You're fine. The problem is that well, I mean, you can trade with each other, but you can also trade via. I'm going to guess you can trade via Pokemon Box. So.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
so that's a shoe-in. So yeah, I'm totally looking forward to that.
Hmm.
Cool.
And it also comes out the same day with our next headline.
Good segue.
Pokken Tournament DX. The Pokemon Direct livestream also announced a new Switch title called Pokken Tournament DX to premiere on September 22nd. Recently added arcade characters such as Darkrai, Scizor, and Empoleon will be available in this version of the game, as well as a new addition, Decidueye. New support Pokemon have also been added, with Litten and Popplio so far announced. A team battle mode where you can fight with a team of 3 will also be added to the game, along with group match mode, which puts you in a battle room with other skilled players. All characters and support Pokemon will also be available from the start of the game, similar to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
That's cool. I like that you
Yeah.
have all of the support Pokemon available from the start of the game because unlocking the sets was kind of annoying.
It was.
This is probably a pass from us. We already have Pokken Tournament, and we are
And
going
we
to be
played it like 3 times.
and we're probably going to be playing the arcade. Well, I'm going to be playing the arcade version when we go over, just because I want a banana pass. It's the Namco Bandai arcade
Yeah.
pass. Yeah, so like I want to play the arcade game just so I can get a feel of the arcade game. I'm gonna get trashed.
Just so
by-
you can say that you've played the arcade game.
Just so I can say that I got trashed by some Japanese kid in some arcade somewhere. Because I decided to main with like I don't know, Gengar.
For me, I'm actually pre-ordering. Like I mentioned before, I'm getting the Splatoon 2 bundle of getting the game and the Switch version of it, as well as this game, Pokken Tournament DX.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, look, Pokken Tournament is... I actually like Pokken Tournament on the Switch because it means you have a good 3D fighter on the Switch. It's a decent game. Like, it's a decent game. I do know some friends who are getting a Switch, and this is one of the 2 games they're getting, alongside Splatoon. And so, like, alongside Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I'm not too sure if I should get that, but it still looks fun. So
Mario Kart 8
probably
Deluxe?
If you like
gonna
Mario Kart and you think you'll play Mario Kart, then like it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe works because you can go instant 2-player on the Switch. Like there's no second guessing about it. You can bring it somewhere and it's a 2-player game instantly.
Yeah.
Though,
I swear, like sorry.
having actually tried the 2-player split screen, it is really hard to see. You have no peripheral.
I just got like a weird idea, like us in the IPL podcast and the IPL group should actually do like a kind of community group game night or something with Mario Kart just to basically have fun.
We might do that. We might do that after Gino gets the second Switch, because I am not playing split screen. I cannot drive. I have no peripheral in split screen.
By the way, she's gonna trash all of us with Yoshi on a bike. Just saying. She's just gonna trash all of us. Like, just expect to lose. This is gonna happen.
Katie. Is Katie gonna trash us with Yoshi?
I don't know. Are you gonna trash us with Toadette?
Maybe.
I might trash you guys with my own me, so
Man, I'll ruin you guys.
No,
with Toadette.
she'll wreck us, man. Don't try that. she's like, don't fight her in this. It's over.
yeah.
Yeah, down. This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't challenge this
Yeah,
one.
that was
No. Yeah. So we might have it. What I see, the one thing, like, I'll probably do that. Yeah, once we get the second Switch, and also once I get an Elgato device, I can plug into the system.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so I can actually stream the footage, and we can put this on Twitch, and just
Yeah, and like everybody hearing us, like if we're gonna do it like in
No, we're
voices
gonna
and stuff
have
like
it.
that.
So
Which
we're gonna
yeah,
have. I'm gonna sacrifice my screen and have it up here, and show people
What
what
are-
I'm up to, and then
I
have
guess.
the three of us on the sideline because I've got XSplit,
yeah.
and then we can play that way.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and then I can basically, it's okay that I lose because it's fine. I've got the live streaming set up. I'm doing this for the entertainment of the audience. So, well, look forward to that. I'm just gonna put in a reminder for this. So, second Switch, then Elgato recording machine, and then we can actually properly start live streaming Nintendo games after that point.
Yeah, probably.
That's the only thing holding me back right now.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Cap Pikachu. The I Choose You Cap Pikachu will be available via QR code in Japan for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon only. The QR code will be distributed via a special Pokemon Ga Ole disc at screenings of the 20th Pokemon movie. Pokemon Ga Ole is an arcade game much like Pokemon Treta and Batrio.
When is the 20th movie showing?
September-ish?
Okay, do you want to watch the 20th movie?
Fuck yes.
While we're there, so we could get the freaking Ga Ole disc.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let me look it up.
Oh
Can we
my
even redeem the Ga
god.
Ole disc?
It's a QR code on the disc.
I know, I don't know if it's region specific though.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Oh, region lock, you mean?
Yeah. No, not region lock, it's region specific. So it doesn't, it's not that it doesn't allow you to scan it. It will, but I don't know if you can redeem it.
You can always test it out when you're there.
I
so
just want the
who
Ga Ole
knows?
disc, damn it. I actually paid for Treta merchandise. So Pokemon Ga Ole is an
Oh,
arcade.
it's gonna be out in July 15. I might miss
Yeah,
it.
boo.
Yeah, never mind.
Not too early. All right. Okay.
Oh well.
Okay. So, oh god, we're gonna be. I just realized we're gonna be back in the country just as DX comes out,
Really?
just as Deluxe, and just as
Yeah, we're
Gold
gonna
and
be
Silver
back
come
on
out.
like 23rd or something.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's a. Yeah, we're gonna be tired and sleepy on the 22nd, but it's gonna be. We're gonna get Gold and Silver literally the day after.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 days free to play it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's like the I Choose You Pikachu. I'm hoping we're going to be able to get at some local promotions through game, through.
I'm
maybe
sure
something
at
else.
some point it will come to Australia and the rest of the world.
Yeah.
This isn't something that's going to be Japan exclusive.
Um,
Considering the range of hats, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's going to
There's
be.
like
Unless they're going to be having like region exclusive hats, whereas like the I Choose You Pikachu is solely Japan, and then we get like the Gen 3 hat or something.
why would we get the Gen 3 hat?
Or something.
Yeah, or something.
Well, any of like the generation hats that have been shown, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I have Comet as original badges now. Hooray!
Yay! I've got all my badges, as well as the odd evolution badges.
The odd evolution badges.
Yes.
I now have a Team Mystic assignment badge that I can swap out for the patch on the bag. So
Oh, really?
yeah, thankfully
Nice.
it's there. Speaking of which, unless we've mentioned it here, we haven't. There's a Fire and Ice promotion out now for Pokemon Go.
really?
Increased likelihood of Ice type and Fire type Pokemon suddenly showing up on the thing.
It's a good opportunity to get your Charmanders and Cyndaquils.
I think Walk XP has been quintupled, and I'm pretty sure that the experience rewards are a lot higher than I remember them being. Also, gyms have been shut down.
Really?
They're revamping gyms.
They're revamping gyms.
Oh.
So, cautiously optimistic on that front because they're adding a whole bunch more features, and there will be Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago this year. I think it's next month.
Mm.
So there will be a major
Nice.
convention. There's a lot of suspicion that the first legendary is going to show up in Chicago.
Seriously?
Yep, because it's an event.
Yeah, I would expect that to happen.
Yeah. All waiting for it. Knowing how Niantic has always chucked events like that, the UK. It's not going to be long before the UK and Australia get one because The Lux Nova, it's not Lux Nova, it's some other event. The Ingress events happen in Sydney like 3 times a year. So we're not gonna be at a loss for good events. We're gonna be like it's gonna be a really good time once we get back into the swing of things. But anyway, that aside, I'm hoping that the revamp is gonna be good, and I'm hoping that they introduce like better features for it and the ability to start subgroups and everything, so I can add people, because it's a really lonely game playing by myself.
And that other people are on other teams.
Well, it's not just that other people are on other teams. It's like that's your only interaction, but it's not really interaction. But anyway, Megan, what was the one feature you wanted?
Trading.
Yep.
Trading and battling.
Still waiting for that to happen. And Katie's vacated her chair, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, she's back.
I was sorting out this.
Oh, right. How did you get tangled? All right.
No, it was tangled underneath my desk. With
Okay.
the other wires.
Let's talk about I wanted a lot of Treta stuff and Bat Trio, but unfortunately I didn't have access to them when they were around, so I'm just gonna get stuck with Gaole once I'm there. Gaole, it sounds so bad. Alright, Marshadow.
Does her. Marshadow. Also to be distributed during the Pokemon 20th movie screening in Japan, Marshadow and its Z Crystal, Marshadium Z, will be distributed via local Wi-Fi. It'll be level 50 and know the moves Close Combat, Force Palm, Shadow Ball, and Spectral Thief, Marshadow's signature move. It will also be in a Cherish Ball and have a Wishing Ribbon.
See, this sucks that we can't get Marshadow. I would like to have gotten Marshadow while I was there.
I'm pretty sure it will come out here. It'd be hilarious if it came out here right after we left.
I will be angry beyond belief if it came out here after we left. But then again, we can tell people to go by and pick something up from EB, so
Yes.
it's not going to be an issue. Also,
We have minions.
UK stuff will work as well, so we can get Katie to grab a code while we're away.
We have Euro minions.
We have many minions. Okay, so let's talk about... Oh god, it's got Marshadium Z.
Marshadium Z.
Alright.
That's its like special type of Z move then. If that's the case.
The whole Z move thing sounded really good up until literally every Pokemon had one.
Marshadium Z, if held by Marshadow, upgrades Spectral Thief into its exclusive Z move, Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike. Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike has not previously been officially revealed. Neither has Spectral Thief, actually.
Cool.
Say that quick. Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike.
Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike.
Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike.
Quickly, you gotta say quickly.
What is it? Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike?
Yep.
7 times. Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike. Say it. Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike.
Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike. That's a tongue twister. That's definitely a tongue twister.
She sells seashells on the... Okay. She sells seashells on the Soul Stealing 7-Star Strike. Unrelated news.
Unrelated news, ARMS is out on the Switch, as mentioned earlier. Thank you, Gino, ruining the last headline.
Yeah.
Switch exclusive fighting game ARMS is finally out in most of the world. If you're into this type of game, I hear this one is good.
This one is good. I've seen it.
I don't think we'll get this either.
Catch
because we're
me
not
though.
fighting people.
Huh? Yeah, I know. It doesn't catch me either. It's probably not my kind of game, or I just basically don't want to go bankrupt right now with all of the Switch games, and I just want to hold out for some really great ones.
We don't play fighting games though.
You don't. Yeah, you don't.
This
We
is-
don't play match fighting
This
games
is
anyway.
mostly
Yeah.
online.
Like
This is.
I know, but like we couldn't even play Pokken Tournament.
That's true.
Like, Pokemon is our thing, and we couldn't play Pokemon Tournament.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Arms looks like a really good game, but as a two-player game, you need an extra set of controllers, and
We haven't done that yet.
not if I'm getting a second Switch.
Yeah, we might as well just wait until then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But Arms looks good. Oh man, if you're into if you really are into games like Virtual On, and that sort of like like over the shoulder fighting game, holy crap! Get this, it looks great. Apparently, it plays amazingly well. It's really good.
It's just, to me, it's another version of boxing.
Yeah, it is. But like, if you're not into that, that's fine. That's fair. But if like there are people who are genuinely into this, who seem to have a really good time about it, and apparently it controls really well. So why not?
There's only like one character that I like from that, and that's basically the woman with the weird hair.
Oh, Twintel.
Weird hair.
Yeah.
No, she is fit.
you knew who I meant though. So
Yeah, like I said her name.
yeah.
It's like Overwatch. Overwatch isn't my kind of deal, but I like what's going on with it.
Mm.
Like I'm interested enough to follow it, although it's not my kind of game. So yeah, holy crap. Arms. Let's let like hopefully Arms is is that sort of thing. It's like I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm hoping it makes it into. Oh man, imagine if this thing makes it into Evo.
What?
Like Evo is like the world's biggest fighting game tournament. Imagine if this thing makes it into the world's biggest fighting game tournament. That'd be crazy. Imagine if it knocked out.
The reason I liked what was the name of the girl again? You said that I was
Twintel.
describing.
Twintel.
Yeah, Twintel. She reminds me of Callie from Splatoon.
That's a long comparison.
Well, it's either Callie or the combination of Callie and Marie. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a long
To me-
comparison, though.
To me, that's what it looks like to me. But then again,
but
people
is
are
it
gonna
just
be like,
because she's got whitish hair?
yes,
Okay.
well,
All right.
whitish pink hair.
Okay, thought so. All right. All right, let's head into our sole IPL news headline, which is that the storyline missions are still ongoing. By the way, so like there's been a few entries to it. We've got some art in as well on the IPL. People are being impressive. At least a couple of people have spotted the secret character.
Wait, really?
Yeah, if you read the comic, there's a league champion. Kamada doesn't shake hands with.
Admittedly, it's not hard to find. I'm not great at background
It's
detail.
not hard to find. He just scurries off. He's not like he doesn't pay attention to Kamata anyway. But yeah, he's in the comic, and it's like, all right, if you feature him, you get double the amount of interaction points for the mission. Okay, so coming up after the storyline missions, ranking season. July is ranking season 2. So if you haven't actually participated in a ranking battle yet, now is your chance to do so. Once July ticks over, you will have throughout the entire month of July to challenge someone to a battle. It will be judged by external judges as per usual, and it will all contribute towards your end of year rankings. So, yeah, get that thing in, get started, pop it in. If you haven't done yet, find opponents, do whatever. This is the second of 3 times in 2017 that that rankings will be filed in. So there you go. Those are our June and July events. Okay. That was a lot of news to go through. That was a significant amount of news to go through. All right, so there's a lot of stuff to digest out of E3, right? But I think the core of it is, well, yeah, it's this like I don't know. I'm super expectant for all of the stuff coming out from E3.
Mm. Yeah, there's definitely a few things that I'm looking forward to, like to pre-order and such.
Yeah. I mean, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are already out for pre-order, I think, and I haven't bothered to go out again yet.
I haven't done mine yet because I want to get the downloaded versions of them. So I might do it this
getting
week.
the downloaded version. Megan is going to end up getting a physical version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we're getting the 2 physical versions, but you're only playing one of them, and the other one is going to go to my godchild's dad. Mister, I'm playing Pokemon for my daughter.
Hmm.
All right, so I think that's all of the IPL news we've got. That's all of the external news we've got as well. All right.
Yeah.
That's it for us then.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably have more trickling down the hype train once we get to IPLcast 74. But until then, we've got 2 weeks of stuff. Ditto Chew Pokeball. And there are 3 of these. There are 3 of these in the house, and they are not all Ditto Chew. I think there were 3 of these in the house. Did one of them move? Megan?
Evolution box.
It's that, like, I know there were 3 of these. Is one of these away? Like, has one of these moved?
Yes.
Okay, so one of these is at your desk now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This one is going to my desk at work.
I got evolution box.
You got evolution box. Well done.
This evolution box. Yeah.
And I forgot to talk about one other thing. Remember when we talked about the Pokeball candy mint thingies from Bandai?
Mm.
Whoa! They're here. So
Nice.
I somebody tipped me off, and I managed to get one of each
The
of the
Master
series
Ball,
ones.
the Master Ball, the Ultra Ball, and the Great Ball.
Yep, the
I've got
Pokeball.
the Pokeball.
The Pokeball.
In the
Megan's
bedroom.
got the Pokeball. And if I open these up, these do actually come with mints inside.
Nice.
But yeah, we were expecting these to be bigger. But at
A
least
little bigger.
Yeah, a little bigger, but at least they opened the right way. Waka waka waka.
Waka 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 waka.
All right. So without further ado, let's end IPLcast 73. We will see you in 3 weeks. No, we'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2
Why did I
weeks.
say 3 weeks? We'll see you in 2 weeks for more IPLcast and external Pokemon news. All right, we'll catch you then. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
There's nothing